Am I sounding okay when you heard it?
Yeah, when I was checking, you were good. Fuck.
Yeah, better do it and know than do an hour worth of or 30 minutes of recording and it's fucked up.
God damn it, Andy, we gotta do it again.
Yeah.
Ugh. Fucking. Ugh. I think we're good.
They were good.
Looking good to me. Sounding good.
Okay, so third gameplay video.
Yeah, number 3.
And this is a shit. I mean, this is gonna be a great game. I'm gonna perform very well during this game for sure. I'm not gonna spoil how I perform.
I was gonna say spoiler alert, dude. Fucking.
I don't know. I just saw the screenshot. I'm like, this is gonna be bad. All right, so clockwise, what are you playing during your?
Oh, starting up top left, I've got Vaevictis, Asmadi, Rice, Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
This is a token build that I've done here. We did a podcast where I did kind of like a Thievery Corporation build.
And you completely abandoned it.
I abandoned it because I believe tokens or land play is better.
Is a better way to go. And then right from you, it's Brad with his brand new Ertai the Corrupted.
Yeah,
deck.
with heavy on the curses in this deck, right?
Yeah, he wanted to get some curses going, but he's looking to control the game a little bit through curses, and then yeah. Ertai's activated ability.
Right.
And then across from him would be Tiff and her Sidisi Brood Tyrant list. It's kind of a slower deck, if I'm being honest. It doesn't dredge as hard as it probably should.
Okay.
But these are budget lists, I should say. So a lot of these
I
cards
think
are
it's
outside of our budget restrictions.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning that they're budget. You might see a couple cards that are, non-budget acquisitions, but for the most part, budget decks.
Yeah, and then in the bottom left corner, you've got me with Virtus and Gorm. So
Izet playmat with a Golgari deck, dude.
I realized the profanity here. All right, so let's start her up.
Let's do it, dude.
Let's get it going.
And we'll just, as per usual, fast forward through the early game setup phase.
Wait for bobble, some land plays. The Golgari Signet.
Dope, dude. Bonds of Mortality comes into play here, so I just have this in the deck because I want to make sure that I have the ability to reach all things.
Right. It's more probably scrubbing the hexproof.
Yes.
Indestructible.
Exactly.
Pretty good card. It draws, right, when it comes in.
Yeah, because you draw when you play it, so
It's pretty dope.
replaces itself and early setup for Vaevictis.
So I think I'm just gonna seize the moment here and bring in the Virtus.
Yeah, pretty empty board right now. There's no creatures sitting in front of you, and so it might be time to start cleaving some life totals.
Yeah, depending on the blocker density, like I might hold back on him and try to get Gorm a little bit ready to attack. But in this case, no one had anything, so I was just gonna challenge the life totals right away with Virtus.
You followed it up with a Basilisk Collar to set up, I think, with Gorm later.
Yeah, that's more.
I just kind of passed the turn.
So Hannah's Ship's Navigator for Brad. I mean, this makes a lot of sense for his deck, being that he can sacrifice enchantments to counter spells with Ertai, and then she can recur them. A very mana-intensive interaction.
The whole process with that, but it still allows him to kind of keep those things in play.
Okay, then we got Sidisi.
Yeah, Tiff rolls in with her commander here.
And picks up a zombie.
I think this is the point where I was just like, oh, fuck.
You knew it was going to be you, man.
Because I was the only person that didn't have a blocker.
This is what you get for not having a blocker, my dude.
And here it comes.
I can't even, like, there's no pause. It's like...
Yeah, well, and the thing is, it was so unceremonious that Brad didn't even notice that I lost half my life.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Later in the game.
So you follow up with playing Gorm, so Gorm's in play.
Yeah, now I am going to be interested in going after these other two because I can pull them into Gorm.
So I come in with Revel in Riches, and I don't like using it for the win con, but man, it can do some work. And then this is where Brad didn't realize I had lost half my life. He goes to put Curse of Misfortunes on me. I'm like, dude.
And then sees that
I'm at 20 life. Like, there's not going to be much time. People are going to attack me with the curses. And so he moves over to you.
Fine, you dick. God.
And you're like looking at it like, what? What is this?
And everyone, yeah, and here's you pointing at Virtus. This is why this is happening to you, Andy. This is why. Curse of Misfortunes is misfortunate. Basically, at his upkeep, I'm going to pick up another curse from here on out. So he could empty all of his curses onto me over the course of the game.
Yeah, it's not pretty if it's left. But he kind of was treating with me a little bit too. Like, don't nuke this, Kyle. Dreamborn Muse comes in for Tiffany. Kind of helps Sidisi out a little bit here. And then Tiffany sends Sidisi at Brad.
Yeah, I think
Get
she
that
wanted
trigger.
to do the block challenge. Like he was going to block with Hannah.
Gets another zombie, dude. She's got enough
So, yeah,
up to
now she's
fuck around with Gorm and Virtus.
Right, so now she's above Gorm's limitation. Like he's only going to pull 2 in at this point with it short of a lure or some other effect. Like it's got to be Brad now. I didn't even bother equipping it because Hannah gets squished.
Yeah. I think Brad's kind of sat here like trying to figure out what was going on. Like he was ready to just let you go through.
And I'm like, but
You're
buddy,
like, no, dude,
you gotta block my dude.
Gorm.
God, I love these two as partners, but man.
It's the deck may as well just be these two and 98 lands, though. You know.
I don't know about that.
But he's working through it and realizing that Hannah's gone.
He's like, oh shit. Maybe I should have just, yeah.
So that's
Now
2
he's
players
upset.
you've cut in half now.
But whatever, he put the Curse of Misfortunes on me. Who else would have I attacked?
And I got a treasure because I'm reveling in the riches.
It's a damn good card. Okay, so I play a Fractured Power Stone. I have every intention of activating that planar die.
So you go ahead and get the collar onto Gorm now.
Yeah, I didn't bother before. I
That
wanted to
Death
see what he was
Touch
gonna
lifelink could get juicy here. So I come in with my commander, Vaevictis Asmadi.
do. This guy's really annoying, actually, man.
He's
really annoying.
He's annoying to edit too, if I'm being honest.
And then here's Brad's upkeep where I'm taking Curse of Disturbance. So now whenever I'm attacked, he and the attacking player get a zombie.
Which I think everybody, like Tiff and I, both
Tiff's
are
all
happy
about
to get
that,
those.
yeah. Hers admittedly isn't very zombie tribal. Like it's more just trying to get valuable creatures in and out of the graveyard.
But she's happy to get the
she'll
bodies for
yeah,
sure.
she's happy to get them. Oh, this is the game where Brad put the Pristine Talisman in his deck and said, I'm going to prove you all wrong about this card.
I think he went to go tutor something here, is what ended up happening. Tiff has her ends up with a trigger, and she ends up with filth in the yard.
That's a problem for everybody.
So yeah, none of us are feeling particularly excited about that.
How long did this go on for? I don't remember her having filth. It was this early. Okay, and then a Consuming Aberration as well. So now she's really kind of getting into the mill for us. And I have this habit of pre-milling before. As soon as I don't, because I always forget, so I'll like kind of set the cards aside before.
Which we
I
had
take
problems
my turn.
with that in this game, people forgetting. But with the Dreamborn Muse, the Consuming Aberration is already set with a large life total, or a large power and toughness.
How big is it?
I think at this point it was, if I recall, it was like a 23.
Good God.
Something like that. We'll get graphics up to confirm.
What, Brad? You don't remember what your own goddamn card does? Get out of here.
So she gets 2 triggers from Sidisi there.
Yeah. So she swings on me to get her and Brad a zombie.
And with filth, because I think you were pointing out to her, I've got death touch, and then she was like, I've got filth.
Then I've got nothing. So I dropped Vraska, and I think I just immediately down tick her to drop that consuming aberration off the table. Yeah, I think at this point she knows, like, I really want to get her life total to cut it in half. I think that's the only way I can kind of survive with this deck is I have to kind of keep you and Brad in negotiation, telling you that, hey, your other opponent,
yeah,
like, I'm sorry about what happened to your life total, but I let me do my dark work and get at this chick's life total, but...
Yeah, as soon as I've been cut in half by Virtus, I'm always just like, well, I'm not gonna fuck with him for a while because he's got other people to deal with. So you end up sending Gorm at her.
Yeah, but not Virtus though, because she could easily just send him back to the zone.
But with the Basilisk Collar, you're able to death touch both of them out.
Right,
both the zombies out. I get more treasure out of it.
Good lord. Is this another game where you have like copious amounts of...
Yeah, I mean, we could probably do a treasure counter in this game as well.
Right now it's just 4.
So I just cast a Mycosynth Wellspring. I was kind of gearing up to go into combat with Vaevictis and kind of realizing I have Mycosynth Wellspring in my hand.
Might as well use
That's what I want to sack off. And
yeah,
so I cast that, go dig up my land.
There goes Vraska.
And then I go into combat, and I hit Vraska for you. Hit Brad's token, but I'm attacking you, so he gets a token. And then I'm kind of sick of the mill a little bit, so I take out the Dreamborn Muse.
You get a zombie because you attacked me.
Get a zombie for attacking you, dude, because you're cursed. You're cursed. So... Tiffany and Brad really got payoffs here. So Tiffany ends up with Tygum Sidisi's hand, and Brad ends up with the Sun Titan.
That could be really good for his deck too.
And then
with the mana ranges that...
Yeah, and he brings Hannah back, which you had cut out. So he actually benefited quite a bit. More than I did from Vaevictis.
Yeah, that can happen with Vaevictis. It definitely can.
It happens. So I go ahead and cast the Sepulcral Primordial.
Dude, you have the Spanish version of this card.
I know. Ended up with a Spanish one. So I made an assumption when I cast this that you guys had healthy yards, you'd have good options.
Sure.
You really didn't. So I end up with the Sakura Tribe Elder.
Hey, do I have dog shit
the
in my
Dreamwake
deck?
Giant.
What do you
but I
think
take filth away from Tiffany so that she doesn't have that available to her.
That's all great. All right, Brad's upkeep. Curse of Verbosity is on me now. So now, when I get attacked, they'll get a 2/2 zombie and draw a card, and he will as well. So he benefits from anyone attacking me. The Curse of Misfortunes, man.
Yeah, it's already doing some work, right? So he goes ahead and plays Open the Armory.
I wonder what his target's going to be.
He gets Control Magic.
Control Magic.
To take Vaevictis from me.
Oof, that's upsetting. How does that feel?
I really dislike it when anybody else at the table has Vaevictis.
And then puts Curse of Vengeance on you.
Yeah, to rub it in even further, he puts Curse of Vengeance on me. I mean, I don't fucking care. He's gonna collect payment when I'm dead, so.
Right. That's the least, yeah, it's really a curse on me and Tiff.
Right.
Should you die, I guess. Yeah, that's a weird one, huh?
It is a weird one.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of thinking, do I want to remove this? And then we had that discussion where I was like, actually, no, I don't. So he sends the Sun Titan at Tiffany, the zombie at Andy.
Just to get another zombie.
And yeah, you block it, but he gets another zombie, draws a card. And then he
he was using it for the draw, okay.
And so then he gets the Sun Titan trigger as well.
Okay. And you get more treasure.
And I just keep stocking up on treasure.
And he drops a 1 Power Stone in his post.
Yeah. Well, I think that was his target with the Sun Titan.
Oh, never mind. Okay, yeah.
So Tiff, she has Tygum that's doing some work on her upkeep.
Yeah, Tygum works very well with Sidisi. Surprise, surprise.
And so she gets another zombie out of that. I'm always scared when I see Shaman of the Forgotten Ways. Obviously, it needs a trip around the table and you need lots of mana, but...
Dude, I've never seen it get activated. Have we ever had it activated?
I feel like I pulled it off once with my my mono green deck, but...
That I could... Yeah, your Shaman deck, I could see that happening for sure.
So she ends up activating Tygum's ability to hit
get her filth back. Clever girl.
So that's back in her yard.
Yeah.
And
valuable in this game because everyone controls swamps.
Exactly. And so she heads at Andy again.
Get off me, dude. God.
We both got cut in half, dude. What do you want?
Yeah. Yeah, she's making it difficult for my deck. I can't.
Yeah, you're having a hard time getting through.
These curses aren't helping me either.
Whatever, Hans. And she casts a Mesmeric Orb, which...
You were quick to point out, that's not in our budget range.
That wasn't in our budget range, but our previous rules it did allow. So move over to Andy's turn. He casts Scavenging Ooze. I think I just sack off your Sakura Tribelter
again for everybody.
And you're kind of looking at this now like, who do I friggin' attack? And so you send it over to Brad.
Yeah, he has valuable creatures, and I have Death Touch, so I can pull him in. And I don't... He's going to have to commit to Hannah and the... So yeah, this is kind of a little tricky move. I cast Touch of Moonglove to make him lose some life. So he ends up losing 4 life from his double block.
Kind of a cool little play. You take out 2 creatures and make the player lose 4 life.
Yeah, it's not bad for 1 mana.
Yeah.
It's not amazing, but...
I mean, whatever. I've got a lot of treasure tokens at this point.
Yeah.
There's been stuff dying for sure. I cast Decree of Pain. And this is fucking juicy.
Yeah, I'm really okay with this, but you're going to get a ton of cards and mana from this.
So I ended up drawing, I think, 10 cards and got... Or no, I drew 13 cards, I think.
Yeah.
And then I got 10 treasure tokens out of this. So definitely paid for the spell. I do not appreciate other people having access to my Vaevictis.
Right, I can see that. I'm probably okay with it because now there's less blockers for my people to do their work.
Yeah, I kind of felt like it was going to be beneficial.
But I've missed so many land drops at this
you.
point. Like even the Esper player has more lands out than I do.
I see why you don't like playing green. So I recast my commander and the Dragonlair Spider. I got to get fodder for Vaevictis, dude.
Yeah, you really are on the tokens with this, huh?
And the Revel in Riches is kind of nice because I can use the mana from it, but I also don't mind sacking those off.
Right,
to
yeah,
Vaevictis'
I get
demand.
it. So yeah, it's preferred over black market.
Yeah.
In this setup.
Exactly.
And now we get Curse of Vitality.
So that's the cycle of these curses with the colors that Brad has.
Yeah.
And frankly, this is of interest to me. I want to gain life.
Well, yeah, you and him both. Decides to put Curse of Death's Hold on you.
This is fucking infuriating because
I don't nerf your spider.
I don't get my spiders now.
Your insects, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Drops Heliod's Pilgrim to search for an aura.
So this is another tutor. He's had the opportunity to go find all the things that he wants.
Is he gonna grab another control magic and grab your command, some other control enchant? I wonder if that's gonna happen again.
So he actually ends up revealing Stasis Snare.
Oh, okay.
Which I kind of forgot about, that he had tutored that. Tiff cast Spider Spawning, and at this point, I think she had 19.
Yeah, that's pretty, yeah. Wow, that's a lot of spiders.
I mean, between the Dreamborn Muse and the Mesmeric Orb, there's been a lot of mill in this game. To the point it became a problem. I know that there were some of us that had things in our yard that we had no other comparable answers in our library later on.
I think at this point I'm realizing like how Sisyphean me playing this game against these 3 decks is. So I'm just like, let me just cast a Harmonize.
Yeah, Harmonize to draw some cards.
Hey man, sometimes you just gotta get them.
It's true.
Like it looks like I have a lot of the permanents, but
those are actually all Brads.
4 of those are curses.
Yeah, those are actually all Brads for the most part.
So I give you the turn, and I think what you're attacking with your dragon.
I've kind of latched onto you with Vaevictis.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think her spiders have reach, so
they do. Yeah,
I can't even get into her. Brad's there to hook
here's
me
your
up.
card, here's your zombie. Like, yeah, it just makes sense to attack me with what Brad has done.
Yeah, with the curses, it makes a lot of sense.
And
so with the trigger, I
break
hit
my
your
collar.
Yeah, hit your collar.
And trade it for a Sword of the Animist.
I sack off or pick Brad's curse that he's put on me and hit her Mesmeric Orb.
And then what? You dropped a treasure for yourself?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
So I end up with Ashnod's Altar getting played in off of my Vaevictis trigger.
He ends up with a Blight Caster.
I believe that's correct.
That actually ruined my guy too, man. I'd kill Virtus pretty easy. Wait, was all this with treasure mana? Did you even tap a land during
I
this?
used a lot of treasure in the process.
God,
and then I do
dude.
Seize the Day here
Get
to go
outta
ahead and
here.
take a second combat.
Just come over here, get your card, and get your zombie.
So yeah, I'm putting you up on the commander damage at this point. Tiff knows I'm rolling down her spiders.
Yeah.
There's a lot of presents to collect at this point in the game for attacking you.
You just clip the same permanent.
Yeah, like you got in the Sword of the Animist and
get
got
an
it traded
Elvish
for an Elvish Mystic. I really didn't get very good triggers for the most part. Like I had quite a few plays where I had sorceries on top or lands.
Yeah, this Revel in Riches is doing you some work.
But the Revel in Riches is awesome. So I end up with Commander Sphere coming in for my second Vaevictis.
Brad
trigger.
pulls in a land. I forgot how much work you did. Oh, like this needed to happen.
Yeah, and then I cast Hour of Devastation.
Oh my god.
Because I need more treasure, dude.
I mean, whatever. What am I complaining for? I had a fucking mana dork at this point.
I mean, honestly, like Brad's curses are working nicely in my favor
for
because
sure.
it's
a great and bountiful gift for everybody to come over and just.
So then I didn't have a lot of stuff I loved in my hand, so I cast Rishkar's Expertise.
Dude,
and then I free cast the Zillowport Cutthroat off of the Rishkar's Expertise. Put in From Beyond.
Stop! Oh my god.
So I get my Eldrazi Scion. I just kind of put in a zombie to placeholder and I sack it off of the mana and play the From Beyond activated ability to go tutor up It That Betrays out of my deck.
My lord. You're just gonna cast
And not
it?
only that, but I have enough mana to actually go ahead and cast It That Betrays.
Holy shit. Get out of here.
Like that Revel in Riches does some work if you've got the right conditions for it.
Clearly.
And I cast Shadows of the Past, which is really a card that it's a card like that I prefer to have with Vaevictis, so I can kind of sort the top of my deck a little bit.
That's cool.
I think I finally passed the turn and Brad cast that Stasis Snare that I forgot about. Puts it on my It That Betrays, dude.
I'm texting him right now about the Stasis Snare as it wasn't a legal tutor target for his Heliod's Pilgrim.
Oh. Well, that bums me
From
out.
here on out, dude, whatever happens, like if he wins, I'm gonna say you didn't earn it.
So he does the totem guide Heart Beast. He also gets Overwhelming Splendor tutored out. And then he puts Overwhelming Splendor on me. You've been getting all of the curses.
Yeah, I think he's realizing like, oh wait, maybe I should go after the guy who's winning.
But he's been putting a lot on me. I think I've had 3 or 4 played on me at this point.
But I mean, I don't know. Mine are just the misfortune triggers. Like, it's not,
yeah, you're getting those. I think I'm getting a lot of the other focus.
I still think he played it correctly because he wants people to attack me so he can get the benefits.
Exactly.
As well.
So Tiff flashes back spider spawning.
Why
so
the hell not?
All that death. Cool.
Okay, my turn. Do fuck all.
Wood elves,
Pass.
dude. Wood elves.
And a mind blade render.
Your deck can't handle like removal. It seems like.
Shut up. That's true.
Virtus is just,
He's a 1/1.
That's a rough time, man. Well, all my creatures are 1/1s now with Overwhelming Splendor. Well, I cast Pier's Whim. I think I was feeling a little...
I think you were pretty triggered at Brad now with this,
Yeah,
with this
and so...
Overwhelming Splendor curse.
So I think I went out of my way to make sure that he knew I was upset.
I think you made him, me and her friend.
Yeah, everybody but Brad were my
Brad.
friends.
And he drops the Pristine Talisman. I wonder if that...
Is it working for you now?
Is it not working for him? Maybe it was the last artifact he had, I don't know.
I think so. I mean, I think he could have used an enchantment, but he wasn't gonna let go of those curses, dude. So I go in and attack you with a 1/1 because I just want to get some triggers.
Yeah.
And you block it, but I just needed to draw a card and get another zombie, dude. And then I cast Grave Betrayal. You're gonna stasis snare my It That Betrays? Fine.
Yeah, we'll find another way to steal people's stuff.
Life and death finds a way.
So we're getting pretty high on your curse of...
Yeah, that curse of vengeance is super high, and Brad was being
12.
a dick about it too. He was like, "You rolling that up? You rolling it up?"
Yeah,
dude?
he was making sure you got those triggers.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're in double digits on that now. So you guys are in a conundrum with that because
I think me and her are finally realizing it. Like, it's more of a curse for me and her.
Yeah,
if you die, then
if I die, then Brad's gonna have just this swell of help.
Yeah.
So he casts his Commander Flame. We haven't seen it to this point. Supplements his position with Ghostly Prison, which with those spiders Tiff's got,
That's probably a smart move.
probably a good idea. Plays in a Thran Dynamo, and I think he just passes the turn.
So Dread Return. And what is she bringing back?
So she brings back Bane of Progress.
Oh my god, that needed to happen.
And
I usually hate to see this card, but dear God.
yeah, this really changes the state of this board. It's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't, but probably the right choice.
Yeah, I think she asked, like, Brad, is it going to resolve? And he probably should have just said, well, what do you, let me check your life, but she didn't have to say anything, and that's what her target, I think he would have countered that had he known it was going to be a Bane of Progress.
Yeah.
Because he lost all of his enchantments.
Yeah, so that puts me kind of on top of Brad now, but she brings in the Pathbreaker Ibex,
Yeah,
which...
the game's definitely pivoted in your direction now because all of your creatures have come off.
Yeah, that Overwhelming
curse.
Splendor being gone is... Whew, thank you.
So she's starting to focus you now. So I think she still has filth in her yard, right?
I think
she has.
she has you
Wonder.
exiled it with the Scavenging
Yeah,
Ooze,
you're right. But she has Wonder now.
But she has Wonder, so all that stuff is flying.
I guess you block what you can.
Yeah, block what I can, but take another big hit.
Desperation.
I mean, you're just
man.
trying to like find cards, dude.
Yeah, I think I actually wanted to do very little at this point because I'm like, I can't really do anything to affect the outcome of this, so I'm gonna just.
Sometimes sitting steady and staying out of the way while the bigger beast battle is okay.
Except for I re-resolve Virtus for no reason.
You and I had a discussion about this later. So time to get real serious.
Is this necessary for your deck, really?
It's really not.
Oh my god.
Let's do it, dude.
So Helm of the Host on Vaevictis.
I have enough to equip.
Okay.
So we go into combat, and now we've got Vaevictis and a Vaevictis token. At this point, I could have actually killed you.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
because you've taken 3 commander hits
Yeah,
from
this could be the
Vaevictis
last
already,
hit.
but I end up sending it the actual commander at Brad, and the token at you, and I send it the betrays at Tiffany.
Merciful of you. I was that pathetic, huh?
Yeah, and so I take out her Bane of Progress and her Pathbreaker
Yeah,
Ibex.
because it was huge. And yeah, with the Pathbreaker out, like that would just...
Yeah, that would have been a win con for sure. So I picked those 2, and you're kind of like, dude, I would like to hit her with Virtus.
Yeah, okay, yeah. This
So
would be
I
like,
back
I would
off
really
on
like to
that.
get her health total, please.
And I agreed.
Yeah. And then you bring in a Dream Stealer for me using his trigger. And now you're suddenly interested in what's in her yard.
Yeah, so with it that betrays, I'm taking all of these creatures.
Oh, yeah, duh.
Because I'm making you sack them with Vaevictis. They're coming my way.
It's a pretty synergistic deck you got there.
I would say it has some good synergy.
There's some synergy.
But it just so happens that I
again.
trick in Brad's mind control. I've given him some really good triggers. Like, not my favorite.
I remember asking what he wanted specifically. The one with the ugly art is what he kept asking for out of our... He's like, do you have the one with the ugly art?
Like the smashed in skull?
Yeah.
So he takes Vaevictis with the mind control.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm not happy about. It's 2 times. So I cast Seize the Day, flashback that spell. So I can send my Vaevictis token.
Okay. And try to break it again.
Yeah.
Okay, so the mind control came in off your Asmadi trigger.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
So he got that off of my Vaevictis
Alright, I see,
Asmadi trigger. And Brad's kind of like, I don't think he's seen very many plays with the Helm of the Host, and so he was kind of like, what the fuck? So I break his mind control. And just start taking everybody's creatures, dude. I get a Sphinx of Uthun trigger from taking that from Tiffany with It That Betrays. I think I made the wrong choice here, though, with my Sphinx of Uthun. It's at a big yard, and I think I just wanted the volume of cards rather than Zombify. I should have taken that.
And we should just call this episode, Let's Watch Kyle Play Magic the Gathering.
Honestly, these Vaevictis turns are turning out that way. So Swiftfoot Boots to give this guy some protection, because I'm sick and tired of mind
People
control,
trying to
dude.
steal it, yeah.
Sick and tired of it. But I actually get the mind control off of It That Betrays, and I just take a token from Tiffany.
I mean, hey, it's a flying blocker.
You know, whatever, dude.
I mean, a reach blocker.
It's got reach.
Yeah.
But then he hits me with Overwhelming Splendor
How did that come back?
again. So I think
Oh,
he
the
had
Monk
gotten...
Idealist.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it. So he casts Monk Idealist, recurs the Overwhelming Splendor, and drops it on your ass again.
Yeah. Gee, thanks, bruh.
Oh my god, dude.
And then Tiff just comes at me, dude.
Well, I mean, look, like, short of that and curse.
I've got a bunch
like,
of 1/1s on the ground. Like,
I'm
you know.
really surprised at your deck's ability to recover from... So she drops a Phyrexian Delver. What is she going to bring back into play?
She's got choices. but
Gerard
she hits
Golgari
Gerard,
Lichlord.
which now I think I'm at 1 life here. So
Yeah, so she can sack any creature anytime.
whenever she's ready. I think we had the discussion of you can do it whenever, and she's just like, fuck you, Kyle.
And sacrifices 1 spider. To
One
take you
spider to
out.
take my life away. So I start cleaning up, dude. I'm the first to go.
Yeah.
Tiff's got more dark work to do, so she casts Victimize.
Choosing 2 more spiders. So the spiders have been doing work for her.
Those spiders have done a lot of work.
Combat, sacrifice outlets.
She brings that consuming aberration in. Back.
And a sepulchral primordial.
This is disgusting at this point. So she gets your fleshback marauder out of your yard.
Yeah, so Brad goes down some creatures.
And then she takes Brad's Sun Titan, going back into her own yard. And she had choices. I mean, we've been milling a lot this game.
Sure.
Like everybody had deep yards. The other thing too is that I got greedy that last turn. I actually had a Bajuka Bog in my hand. But I wanted the mana to kind of do the whole seize the day double combat with the Helm of the Host thing, and I played a land that I could get mana out of that turn. Should have bogged her. She comes in with the Splinter Fright. So now she's got 2 very large bodies between that and the Consuming Aberration.
Me and Brad are dead. With Gerard out, like, she can just burn us all.
Yeah, with Gerard. The thing is, though, is that she's down on mana at this point, so you guys have 1 turn to figure it out.
That's true. Here it comes, dude. I'm gonna just fucking take this game now, right here, dude.
Tutor, but the problem is most of your deck is in your graveyard now.
Nah, dude, no problem. I'm gonna come take this shit right now.
You passed the turn.
I got nothing. So I had milled past all of my board wipes. I was looking for a way to just clear her board, but she had milled them away. So
it mattered.
Yeah,
it definitely mattered.
And honestly, like it's probably just criticizing my own creation. It's board wipe light. You know, it needs more than 3.
Some more of it, because you seem to benefit from those a little bit more than others did. Brad just looks at it, looks at what he's got, and he passes the turn.
Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
And she sacks off the Consuming Aberration.
Crushing me and Brad out of the game.
Smashing hit to both of you.
So what do you think, man?
I had a lot of fun in this game. Like
you haven't been really been happy with your Asmadi list for a while, or not list, but just your play experience. With it.
Because I think it's so threatening to people. It's hard for it to.
Well, they basically have to give up their best permanent at some point.
Yeah,
for a
they're
random
going
chance of anything else.
I think I had a good setup to where I was able to recover really well, and it was unavoidable. People were going to get things picked apart, which I enjoyed being able to do that, but. In the end, I was still vulnerable too.
Okay. Yeah, and I think Tiff kind of weathered your. I think she weathered your advantage pretty well throughout the whole game. I feel like I was a non-participant through, 90% of the game. I had an early start, but then missed a ton of land drops and just bad luck.
Yeah, I mean, you cut me and Brad down, and I will admit, with that Revel in Riches, I actually benefited from a couple of your attacks with Gorm. Like, you set me up with mana.
Right, and then what do you think about Brad's deck?
Brad's deck is very interesting. The thing that's kind of a bummer is we didn't get to see Ertai do its thing. We discussed this after the game. He needs haste. He needs the ability, because there was a time or two
where he just couldn't do it.
He needed Ertai to be able to counter spells.
Yeah, and even on top of that, I think he needs to be a little bit more reckless with his counters, because I'm usually really conservative with countering, but I think if your commander's just set up to do that, just, but I think he was trying to play conservatively, hoping that, the power would shift in his favor at some point.
And it went really well. I think I weathered what he was doing quite a bit, but he controlled me extremely well, and he made it so he got a lot of benefit from the curses on you. So it's a very interesting deck.
Cool game. Congrats, Tiff.